can be incredibly destructive when your heart is broken. You have to be willing to let go, to accept that it's over. Otherwise, your mind will feed on your hope and set you back.
It's so easy to be selfish, get lost in the thoughts of like, damn, like, who's this person gonna be sleeping with next?
They project a sense of comfort and confidence and consistency, but inside they're not any of those things.
I do notice that I tend to like let it like fester sometimes.
I don't know, I've been with a lot of shitty people to know just to like cut it off. But it's not immediate, that's for sure. Like I'll definitely let it go till the wheels fall off, unfortunately.
Have you ever missed somebody?
Oh, I miss somebody every day. I miss my mom and Jamal and my brother and my sister. I miss a lot of people.
I co-parent. So I've had a toxic relationship with the individual with whom I share a child. In retrospect, I'm able to understand why I did it, why I exited the relationship, and why it was vital for me to make that decision. But at the time, I didn't know.
The one I miss the most is my mom. And whenever I'm with my mom, I miss my parents. I have to be switch watch. Oh my God, I miss you. Oh my God, I miss you. Oh my God.
So it's an everyday thing not to be baited into a toxic relationship. You have let the relationship go, the personal relationship go, but with that, you also have to let go of the toxic feelings and the personal vendettas. I don't know if it's forgiveness or if it's live and let live. It's forgiveness, not necessarily, but more so discontinuance of that feeling. No grudges, just discontinuance of the conflict.
I usually deal with it by bringing those pictures you see back there. There's 2 pictures of them, so when I'm here I get to see them, but when I'm over there I just can't stand it.
Why?
Because I don't have those pictures to remind me. And my iPad is usually dead.
I think a lot of goodness may come in both desire to be selfless and willing to be wrong. So when it comes to not wanting to be wrong, I think it's because it allows another person power over you, and it's also maybe admitting your flaws, and no one likes admitting what's flawed about them because it's scary.
I wish I could enjoy the little things that I enjoyed with this individual, like getting home and watching a movie and cuddling, or like just the simple things, going to go get food with this person. These are now things that you're gonna have to do on your own, and you have to be able to accept that. That's why it's very important for you to be able to love yourself, because if you don't, then it's gonna be a lot harder to make the decisions that you need to make in your life.
If they're not helping you, if they're hurting you, or if you're hurting them, or for whatever reason, your relationship just isn't beneficial anymore for your health, do you feel like you have a good gauge of when it's time to go?
I feel like I have a pretty good gauge now, because I just accept it as part of life's experiences. I've been able to learn that like people are the most fickle thing in this earth. Like we were super happy together, we completely respected each other and everything, but we kind of like were on different paths in our lives, and we both wanted different things, and we both wanted to respect that from each other, and so we decided to part ways.
It's very purposeful. when I am detaching from something. I'm very much aware of it. It's not like it's just happening without me noticing. I'm noticing it. And I think that that's more just because of just a fear of any outcome. For some reason, I feel like something not happening at all, good or bad, is better than having to go through the process of something happening. That sounds really weird, but for some reason, that's how I deal with stressful situations, which may have to do with the fact that growing up, seeing my parents fight a lot, and I knew that there wasn't anything that I could do, and even if I did do something, then what would the outcome be? And I think that that kind of thought process has continued throughout my teenage years and college and just my now adulthood. And yeah, it's just kind of a fear of not knowing what's going to happen and thinking that nothing happening at all is better than seeing something happen.
In a sense, I like sacrifice my sanity a little bit because I'm the type of person who makes sure that the people around me are happy and are good and they're feeling great. But I guess a lot of the time I don't take the time to think about myself.
So I'm assuming like you've had things that like you've had to let go in a relationship and like learn to deal with so that you can keep working on it. Is that hard for you?
I would say yes, honestly yes, because again, like I do tend to hold grudges, and if I don't address the situation directly at that given time, I'll let like 7 things build up, and by the time it's that 7th thing, I'm like, you know what, like I have issue with you. So I don't think I'm very good at addressing issues when it happens, so that kind of stinks. Up until really recently, I really felt like I was never really taken care of. It wasn't until like maybe a few years ago when I was like a real adult that I kind of took a step back and kind of analyzed who really cared about me. And like, I don't know, I guess to me, being like such an empathetic person, like I don't like hurting other people, so I would hate for them to feel like they did something wrong even though they did. But as far as relationships go, like, to me, there's just like a certain point where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it's physically exhausting to me.
You know, I look back on it now. At that time, I didn't realize what that relationship had done to me. But now that I look back and how long it took me to recuperate from that, you know, it was a long time. You know, all for a word. Looking back on it now, I don't think there was ever any real true love there for a long time, yet I endured it, probably for a year, because I thought I loved this person. Now looking back, I couldn't have even liked this person. But you have that memory, you know, and love is almost like a drug. It's trying to get you back to that very first high. You know, that very first high. It wants you to, but it no longer exists. You know, love is an amazing thing and can be a very tormenting and ugly thing at times. The things that people do for the word love, what they will endure for that word love. And at times the situation can be so detrimental to both people, but they keep enduring it because of love. A love that no longer even exists, but it's that word, I love him. He loves me. That's some powerful stuff. And people will do some crazy ass shit for that word.
Do you think that you deal with conflict well? What's stopping you from moving forward? What's your source of closure?